So when it comes to your friends and your service animals, they're not going to always be understanding of boundaries. I know that most all of us have that one friend that just does not leave you alone, that just is very, in your face and doesn't always understand everything you talk about. So when it comes to, especially something on the topic of service animals, it's not always understood to what they are. I know that at least me personally has a friend that I don't want her to feel bad about this video, but at least need to try to get them to understand, hopefully others, so they don't have this problem that, we've been friends for since like before kindergarten, and me getting Quinn, our relationship personally was just interesting, I should say. She doesn't have the best boundaries, but there's always going to be people like that, unfortunately. But we've been friends, like I said, for some time, but she wanted to have a sleepover with me at her house, and I felt okay about that. But the thing with people with no boundaries is I was very adamant, like, going over to someone's house, with a dog, is that, it's not a public place, so you have to ask if that's going to be okay with them. You can't just assume. So I made sure that it was okay for her to come. So, I explained several times that when I come, because they also have another older dog at their house, that your dog needs to be away from my dog for while I'm there. It needs to stay away so she can still work while I'm at your house. And I told her not to talk to her, not to touch her while we're over. No. No, we did. So I got there, we got packed, I got all my stuff, we got there and they came out to our car with their dog at pretty much jumping on our door, not practically, but barking. So that got Quinn upset, after I had explained several times for them to not let your dog near Quinn, because I asked you nicely, I told you not to talk to my dog or touch my dog. As soon as I get out, it's, "Hi, Becca," and it's all about, "Oh, hi, Quinn, oh, when can I touch her," And that just pissed me off, and I can tell you that I'm never going to have another sleepover with a friend because they can't have boundaries. When I tell you not to touch my dog, just because you're my friend does not mean you can touch my service animal. So these are medical equipment. That's like me coming over to your house and me being in a wheelchair and you asking to ride my wheelchair up and down your hallway. That is extremely inconsiderate and obnoxiously rude. So, it was just all about, her. We really didn't do anything, and we just sat there, teenagers, there's not much you can do, but as kids, you could dance, you could play, there was different things like that, but as a teenager, there's really nothing. I'm not a typically social person. I really don't have really any friends, physically in my area. Online, yeah, I have people, but it's not really the same as you being able to go to the movies with someone versus, talking to someone online. So, it's different from going over to a house and, playing as a child, from going over there to playing on social media by yourself the entire time. So, yeah, Quinn, and unfortunately, and I can understand it, but her family was going through some, money issues at the time. So, in the hot summer, I had no air conditioning really in the house, and having asthma, being in the heat, is just kills your lungs, and it can just send you like the shock, and it kills you. So they didn't have any air, so I asked if I could, so all I had really to keep from passing out was a small fan, which was just another, again, very inconsiderate, because they didn't want to turn on their air conditioner, which I can understand, but it's just so ridiculous to have someone that is supposedly your friend and you telling them not to talk to my dog. And you know what? It doesn't always matter if you're my friend, you're my best friend, you're my brother, my sister, my uncle, whatever you are. My dog is medical equipment. Again, you cannot borrow my wheelchair and ride it around just because it looks fun. And people don't always understand that. They just think I have a dog that she wants to take it over with her. So that dog's cool. It can go to the store with her. It's fun dog. But I'm so pissed when people, especially friends and family, think they can talk to my dog just because they know me personally. And that is not okay. I haven't really made any rants or videos like this for a while, but this one I kind of forgot about making it, and it's just ridiculously irritating when you have someone that is just so inconsiderate about you and your dog, It doesn't matter who they are. You say not to do it, then don't do it. It's very simple thing. Keep your dog away from my dog. Don't touch my dog. Don't talk to my dog. But no, of course we talking to my dog, and then we're asking to pet my dog, And the hard thing about me is I have hard times to saying no to people I know personally. Strangers, I don't have really any problem with saying no, sorry, she's working. But to family, it's kind of hard because, I have very little friends, as I already have it, maybe just a handful. And I don't want to lose them by my service dog. The unfortunate thing is you lose friends come and go when it happens, and I have heard that before. I didn't really think it would happen, but it does, and if you have a friend like that just never understands anything you say, if you say not to do this and then 5 minutes later they'll do it, then that is not a good situation to put yourself and your service animal in. So, at least in my perspective, I would not, because I've had the worst experience, not the worst experience, but not the greatest experience with it, so.